This is Susan Bassey, and for the last 5 years our team has been investigating private judges. And that's where divorcing couples are told that using an attorney instead of a duly elected judge in a public courthouse will be cheaper and faster to settle their disputes. We are finding that that is not the case, and that these attorneys lack the expertise and qualifications to act as judges, and yet they are given full immunity to do so.
Hello, Michelle. It's Mike Smith.
Hey, Mike. How are you?
I'm well. How are you feeling these days?
I'm feeling okay.
I haven't seen you. Of course, I don't see very many people because I don't get to the courthouse, but I think of you, and I hope you're doing well.
Well, thank you. I'm closing my practice.
Yeah.
I'm actually headed to Bob's house. I'm about 5 minutes away. It seems like the best way to deal with Mr. Garcia's issues. It won't be me appearing for Bob. It'll be Bob appearing, and I'll be helping out.
Yeah.
He was released from the hospital on Tuesday, and he said he was going to be in the office on Wednesday, and that just turned out to be not the case.
Okay. Hello, David.
Hi, Judge.
Did you say Jessica's on the line, too?
Yeah, we got Jessica here, too.
Okay. Well, good morning. I'm on the line with Michelle Bruneau, who tells me that she is driving to Bob Tennant's home right now, and that he may be participating in this call. Is that right, Michelle?
That is correct.
Okay.
So if Mr. Garcia doesn't want me to do the call, then I'm going to have Bob do the call, and I can help answer questions.
All right.
So I'm actually a lot closer than 5 minutes. So,
Okay.
so how is your retirement from litigation going?
Yeah, I love it. I get to deal with people like you guys.
That is not a benefit.
In this capacity, no. I mean, I enjoy doing what I'm doing, and I find it to be very gratifying because most of the cases, unlike Garcia Lopez, get settled and stay settled, and everybody is happy with what occurred. And I don't think I've worked with Bob, Michelle, as a temporary judge other than in this matter, but I have worked with David's office, and I think that's, generally what happens. Most of these cases get resolved to everybody's pleasure. So, yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you say you're closing your practice. You're retiring.
Yep. I'm closing my practice. I don't know if I'll go do some other work. I don't know if I have no idea what I'm going to do at this point.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this, and I say it almost tongue-in-cheek, but not really. I mean, I've known Bob for a long, long time. He just got released from the hospital, you said, what, yesterday? Tuesday. And Bob can be a little excitable. I don't know why he was in the hospital, but I want to make sure that this call doesn't, aggravate whatever he is recuperating from. So I just want to be mindful of that.
Well, if it starts to aggravate him, then we'll go ahead and hang up.
All right. Either that or you'll walk out of the room and you'll take the call.
Something like that. So, hold on just a second. Yeah, he was actually in the hospital for a burst appendix.
Oh.
So, and he thinks he can, you've worked with Bob, Mike, so Bob thinks that nothing will keep him down, and so he thinks he'll be back in the office yesterday, and it turned out that, in fact, that was not the case, and he's no longer 23 years old, and able to just jump off at every turn.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's interesting. I was with somebody who teaches immigration law at Stanford Law School. He spends every Wednesday night at our home, so he doesn't have to drive back and forth to Berkeley a couple times a week. And his brother-in-law, who is 70 years old, Bob's older than that, I know, because he's a few years older than me, had a burst appendix, which is very unusual for anybody at that age. And I'm told that the caution is that it can really affect your upper intestine for a number of days, and you just got to be careful for a few days after you get out of the hospital, because the infection can sort of shut down your upper intestine. Anyway, I'm not a doctor.
okay.
So, are you close? Should we stay on the line, or should we call back in a couple minutes, or what?
Speaker. Hold on.
Oh.
Okay, so Bob Tennant's making an appearance. Just say hi.
Hello.
Hello, Bob.
Hey, Bob. Who have I got on the phone?
Well, you've got Mike Smith, you've got Dave Patton, you've got Jessica Siegel.
That's all I need.
Okay.
Who else could you possibly want?
Yeah.
Well, sorry to hear that you've had this setback, Bob. Glad you're out of the hospital. Hope you're recovering.
21 days. 21 days. 21 crummy days in a hospital.
Well, the nursing staff and the orderly, everybody taking care of you must have been thrilled to have you there for 21 days.
I think they were relieved when I left yesterday or the day before. No problem. Let's get these 2 new dates.
All right. So let's talk about the 2 new dates.
The last 2 dates were January 10th to complete all motions and responses to motions, and then the hearing was February 18th.
I think that's right.
So we need to reset both of those.
Okay. I think that there's agreement about certainly resetting the January 10 date because it's come and gone. So let's talk about when that can be accomplished.
Okay. How about moving that January 10 date to the end of February?
I'm waiting for David and Jessica to respond.
No, we could do it anytime. So this is really about you, Bob, and what you think you can do and not do.
Well, all right. Then I have a suggestion. Then the last week in February to replace the January 10 date, and then the second week in March for the hearing. That's what I would. That would give me plenty of time.
Okay. So the last week of February.
We've got a trial in that time period, so. And last time we had almost a month in between the two to get ready. I would say if we're going to do the end of February, we should probably do the end of March.
Fine.
Okay. So pick a date the last week of February. The Monday is the 24th. Friday is the 28th. Pick the date.
Why don't we do this? Why don't we do not the very end? After I said that, I realized that my wife's birthday is the end of March, and so I got to keep that clear because we'll be on vacation. Before that would be better. So let's see. So if we could take February and not do it like the last day, but sometimes towards the endish of February.
Fine with me.
How's Monday the 24th? How's Monday the 24th of February?
That's good.
That good?
It's okay with me.
Okay. And then you want to look at a date before the very end of March. Is that what you're saying, Dave?
Yeah, sometime before the before the 20th.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be gone the last week, Mark.
How about Thursday the 19th?
That looks good. Yeah.
March 19th. March 19th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we just agreed to February 24 and March 19th.
Okay.
What time on the 19th we're gonna do?
What time did you say?
Yeah.
We were going to start at 9 a.m. when the matter was set for February the 18th. Do you want to start at 9, or do you prefer 9:30?
I'm okay with 9.
Okay.
9 fine.
Okay, 9 a.m.
And then on February 24th by 5 o'clock?
Fine.
Let me just ask you guys, February 24th. Yeah, I mean, that's fine with me. Yeah, it's a Monday, so yeah, no problem. 5 o'clock. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, everybody.
The only thing I don't know if we dealt with this last time, but do we want to set a date for, in case there's any reply papers? Probably should.
I'm losing track of you now. Oh, you might. Yeah, I guess.
Because we're
Have you gone ahead and filed your motion to enforce the settlement?
yes,
All right, but I haven't responded to that.
right. So your response, what was due on the 10th, was your response.
Due on the 5th.
What was due? It's now due on the 24th.
Now it's due on the 24th.
Yeah. Not the 5th. It was due on January 10th.
Yeah,
So I said,
yeah, that's what he said.
Okay. Yeah, so give him time to do a reply if he wants to.
yeah, maybe we had to say a week or so after the 24th would be and you might do a reply too, because we're going to be responding to your motion to set aside on that same day, and then you may have a reply. So,
Well, then let's just say each guy has 10 days to reply. Can you say that?
let's see what that would. Let's have a specific date. We've got February 24th, right?
10 days would be March 5.
Well, we can always do it. That's fine.
March 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, but then
Can we say March 5? Can we say March 5 by noon, you guys?
Sure.
So
Trial, so Jessica will probably have it done before.
yeah, let me ask you this. Bob is going to respond to your request for order, Dave.
Yep.
And do you also have a response that's due to him?
Yes. On his
Okay.
motion to set aside.
Okay.
So that's what we were going to do on the 10th, and now we're doing on the 24th.
Okay, so both of your
Okay.
responses to your respective RFOs are due by February 24 at 5 p.m. Each of you has until March 5 at noon to file any reply to the responses. Hearing on both matters, March 19th at 9 a.m.
That's it.
I think I got it.
I'll send something out in writing so that nobody is confused.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay, Bob, take care of yourself. Get well.
Yeah, I'll try.
All right.
All right, thanks, Ed.
Hi, Virginia. My name's Susan. My attorney, Hoover Kerpolka, was recommending that maybe I want to look at private judging.
Okay.
And he recommended Mr. Smith and Mr. Ed Barra.
and I don't know anything about private judging and how it works, and I don't know, are there other cases that he's heard that I could talk to the people about how it went, or
Okay, Mr. Smith is on a telephone conference right now. Both parties have to be present to speak with him.
I don't need to speak with him. I just
yeah.
need to know how it works, and I'm
Okay.
trying to decide which private judge I would want to use if I want to use one.
Okay.
Is it private? Like, I was told that it would be confidential, and then
It is very confidential. All cases are confidential.